Bernardo, I should say welcome home. Well, not really welcome home, just in a darkened room, but in your homeland anyway. Is it nice to touch base for 24 hours at least?
Well, definitely. It's nice to come to my city where I was born, when I grew up, where I have my family and friends. So it's going to be special for me tomorrow.
Yeah, familiar surroundings as well. City, good memories from 2022? Very
good memories from 2022 because we played them, if I'm not mistaken, in the last 16. And here we won 5-0, and then I think that we drew the game in Manchester and we qualified. But different teams, it's probably a different game tomorrow, and we're going to be ready.
Have you dug that one out the locker to watch it back as reference at all for anything? Or?
Well, the managers are the same, but the players are a bit different, and the way Sporting plays, even though the system is similar or the same, they're much better now, in my opinion. So it's going to be, as I said, a tough game. We come from 2 defeats as well, so it's going to be an entertaining one.
Matheus Nunes lined up against you in that game, and now he's on your side. Has he been sort of sharing potentially what Rúben Amorim may say? Has he had any inside info?
Well, I think him obviously more, but as the Portuguese, me and Ruben as well, we know exactly how Sporting plays, and we share some information. But Matheus, he was there with this manager. He knows very well how he plays. He knows how intense his teams are, and he definitely told us that it's going to be a very intense game tomorrow.
And you're obviously comfortable in these surroundings. A brace last time out would be nice. The same again tomorrow night?
It would be really nice. I don't know if it's going to be easy, because I don't usually score many braces, but it would. What I definitely want is to get another 3 points, put us in a good position to qualify in the first 8, which is our main goal, and that's pretty much it.
Are you expecting to come up though against a really tough team who haven't lost here all season? Their confidence must be sky high.
Well, yeah, they're in a very good moment. They won all the league games. In the Champions League, they have as many points as us, if I'm not mistaken. So they're flying. Yeah, they're in a good moment. The last 2 games, even though we came from a good moment, now we're not in a very good one. So yeah, it's going to be a tough game, but I think if we play at our level, we have a very good chance of winning.
Yeah, clearly disappointed the last 2 games, not to win them. What are your conversations in training, sort of on the buses at the minute, about this game and how to bring that back?
Well, the first game against Tottenham away was a different one because a lot of rotations. I know that's not an excuse, but some players were rested. We had a lot of injuries. We couldn't play with the whole squad. The second game a bit different because the Premier League, our main competition right now, and everyone knows how important it is for us, the Premier League, and they were just more intense than us. They were more intense. They were better than us. They won their duels, and we didn't. We didn't do enough to win that game. So it was definitely well deserved for them. It's very frustrating because to win a game where it just felt well they were better. It's a bit frustrating because we know that when we're at our level, probably no one is better than us, but we weren't. We weren't good enough, and that's really frustrating.
Does it dent the confidence at all of this City team?
Well, no. I think we're experienced enough, and we've been together long enough to know that these things may happen. They shouldn't. And we try to make sure that they happen as less as possible. So even though we accept that sometimes they happen, we cannot accept it, because it's the day that we start accepting these kind of performances is the day that we'll stop winning. And until now we haven't. And hopefully the players individually will do their work to be better and to perform for the team, so the team can start winning again games.
Is it hard to play against emotions as a player? And I mean that from their side, with obviously what it represents for them. It's Ruben's last home game, it's his last Champions League game. Potentially, they may be emotionally charged. Is that hard to play against?
Well, maybe. It's not something that I can really control. And I've never been in that position as a player, so I don't really know what their feeling is in the dressing room. What we know is that, as I said, if we're at our level, it's going to be very tough for them. But we need to be at our level, which in the last game we weren't, definitely. So that's the part that we can control. And we're going to make sure that from the beginning of the game, we put the intensity in the right levels, we put the determination, and then obviously the tactics and the map, we know what it is. So that's not the point. The point is about matching the same intensity that I'm sure Sporting will have.
And just finally, obviously Ruben going to the red half of Manchester, but as a fellow countryman, is it great to see a Portuguese manager in the Premier League?
It's good. It's good seeing Portugal doing well in football in general, the players, the managers, and having another manager in a top club. It's definitely nice. It's a good representation of Portugal. And yeah, I don't wish him a lot, very well, obviously, because he's going to be my rival. But I think he did, and he's been doing an unbelievable job here at Sporting, and he deserves it completely.
And also the Sporting director, also leaving Sporting, coming to Manchester City in Hugo Viana as well.
Well, I don't know him personally, but yeah, it's going to be nice. It means it's a consequence of the work that this club has been doing the last few years. When the president, the sporting director, and the manager, when they all have the same idea and then together and they go in the same way, and when the ideas are obviously good, because Rúben Amorim has to be a good manager for the way Sporting has been playing for the last years. When the three of them work well together, the plan goes right, and the consequence is the sporting director and the manager leaving to two of the best clubs in the world right now. Probably not very good for Sporting to lose such important people in like a month to both clubs, but it's life. They did well and they deserve what they got.